the world before Gutenberg. A time when books were rare and knowledge was precious. It was an era where the written word was a luxury, not a common commodity. Imagine a world without books, a world where the shelves were empty and the thirst for knowledge often went unquenched. Or imagine a world where books were so rare and expensive that only the very rich and powerful could afford them. These books were often adorned with gold and jewels, making them treasures in their own right. This was the world before Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press. His invention would change the course of history forever. Before Gutenberg, books were painstakingly copied by hand. Monks and scribes would spend countless hours in dimly lit rooms, meticulously transcribing each word. This process was slow and laborious. The physical and mental toll on the scribes was immense. It could take months or even years to create a single copy of a book. Each page was a labor of love and dedication. As a result, books were incredibly valuable and rare. They were often treated as sacred objects. They were treasured possessions, often kept locked away in monasteries and libraries. Only a select few had access to these precious volumes. The scarcity of books meant that knowledge was also scarce. Most people were illiterate, unable to read or write. They relied on word of mouth or the teachings of the church to learn about the world around them. Oral traditions and sermons were the primary sources of information. The flow of information was slow and often unreliable. News traveled at a snail's pace, carried by messengers on horseback or town criers.
Johannes Gutenberg was born in Mainz, Germany, around the year 1400. His early life remains somewhat of a mystery, but we do know that he came from a family of modest means. He was a goldsmith by trade, but he was also a skilled craftsman and inventor. His work as a goldsmith gave him a deep understanding of metals and precision, which would later prove invaluable. Gutenberg dreamed of a way to make books more accessible and affordable. At that time, books were painstakingly copied by hand, making them rare and expensive. He wanted to unlock the power of knowledge for everyone. He envisioned a world where information could be shared widely and freely.
Gutenberg's breakthrough came in the mid-15th century, a time of great change and innovation in Europe. When he invented the printing press, his invention was revolutionary. It marked the beginning of a new era in the dissemination of knowledge. It combined several existing technologies in a new and ingenious way. The key innovation was the use of movable type. Gutenberg's press used movable type, a system where each letter of the alphabet was cast as an individual metal block. This allowed for the quick assembly of text. These blocks could be arranged into words, lines, and pages. This method was far more efficient than hand-copying texts. Once a page was printed, the blocks could be rearranged to create a new page. This innovation drastically reduced the time and cost of producing books, making them more accessible to the masses. Movable type was the key to Gutenberg's success. It allowed for the mass production of printed materials for the first time in history. Before movable type, each page of a book had to be painstakingly carved into a wood block. This was a time-consuming and expensive process. With movable type, printers could create pages much faster and more efficiently. Gutenberg's printing press also used an oil-based ink that dried quickly and clearly on paper. This was a significant improvement over the water-based inks used in earlier printing methods. The oil-based ink produced sharper and more legible text. Gutenberg's most famous work was the Gutenberg Bible, printed in the 1450s. It was one of the first books ever printed using movable type. The Gutenberg Bible was a masterpiece of printing technology and artistry. It's still admired today for its beauty and craftsmanship. The Gutenberg Bible was a major milestone in the history of printing. It demonstrated the potential of Gutenberg's invention to revolutionize the way books were produced. The Gutenberg Bible also marked the beginning of the age of mass communication. For the first time, it was possible to create multiple copies of a book quickly and efficiently. Section 5. A Renaissance of Knowledge: How the Printing Press Transformed Europe and Beyond.
The printing press had a profound impact on Europe and the rest of the world. It democratized knowledge, making it available to a much wider audience.
With the printing press, books became cheaper and more widely available. People from all walks of life could now afford to buy books and learn to read.
The printing press fueled the Renaissance, a period of great intellectual and artistic flourishing in Europe. The Renaissance saw a renewed interest in classical learning and a surge in scientific discovery.
The printing press helped to spread these new ideas far and wide. It allowed scholars to share their work with a wider audience. Section 6, the printing press evolves from Gutenberg to the Industrial Age. The printing press continued to evolve in the centuries after Gutenberg. Printers developed new techniques and technologies to improve the speed and efficiency of printing. They experimented with different types of presses, inks, and paper. The Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries brought about even more dramatic changes in printing technology. Steam-powered printing presses were invented, capable of producing thousands of pages per hour. These new presses made books and other printed materials even more affordable and accessible. Newspapers and magazines flourished, spreading news and information to an increasingly literate public. Section 7, the digital age. Printing presses enter the 21st century and beyond.
In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the printing industry underwent another major transformation with the advent of digital printing. Digital printing uses computers and digital files to create printing plates, eliminating the need for traditional film and plate-making processes.
Digital printing has revolutionized the printing industry. It allows for faster turnaround times, shorter print runs, and more personalized printing options.
Today, digital printing is used for a wide range of applications, from books and magazines to brochures and business cards. The printing press, in its digital form, continues to play a vital role in our lives. It connects us to information, entertainment, and each other.
Section 8, the enduring legacy. How the printing press shaped the world we know today. The story of the printing press is not just about a machine, it's about a revolution in human communication and knowledge dissemination. Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the printing press was a watershed moment in human history. It marked the beginning of a new era where information could be shared widely and rapidly. It was a technological leap forward that had a profound impact on every aspect of human society. From science to politics, from education to religion, the printing press transformed the way people lived and thought. It democratized knowledge, fueled the Renaissance, and helped to usher in the modern world. The ability to print books and documents meant that ideas could spread like never before.
The printing press made mass communication possible for the first time. It allowed for the distribution of newspapers, pamphlets, and books to a wide audience, breaking the monopoly of information held by the elite. Today, we live in a world saturated with information. The digital age has taken the principles of the printing press to new heights, making information accessible at the touch of a button. We have access to more information than at any other time in human history. The legacy of the printing press is evident in every digital device and every piece of printed material we encounter daily. And we owe it all to the printing press. This invention laid the groundwork for the information age, connecting us across time and space.
The printing press, in its many forms, continues to shape our world and connect us to the power of knowledge. Its enduring legacy is a testament to the human desire to learn, share, and grow.